Nicole, you need to look at this matter in depth. And you will realize that in truth, I am being crucified for the mistakes of the people. And it is not fair.
I have been reading the posts on the Samaritan. They are all about public officials, leaders, and even private individuals. You have not been singled out in any way.
Far from the truth. Take the issue of development. In the Samaritan, I am always accused of inflating the cost of the municipal projects, and presiding over shoddy municipal works. Am I indeed responsible for that?
Maybe. It's because you are the overall leader. The buck stops with you, as they say.
It's so easy to say so, since I am the overall custodian of the public good in the municipality. Take a project such as the construction and maintenance of our secondary roads in our town. Are there any construction anywhere? I will tell you what happens. Only a few kilometers of roads are usually dug up and leveled. And then the contractor comes in and pours old black oil and claims that the roads are tarmacked. Today, our secondary roads look like they are part of an abandoned battlefield where bombs were detonated. Even trucks get stuck there. Yet, the council pays top dollar each year for these roads. Am I still responsible?
Tell me. Tell me, Your Worship.
It is my deputy, that irredeemable gossip and broker. And as you know, he doubles up as the municipal secretary to the Department of Planning and Development. He uses this position, to ensure that his companies and those of his relatives win tenders to construct the roads in our municipality. The same happens with regard to the tenders for the construction of bridges, pavements, drains, and watercourses. Sadly, they don't do any meaningful work. They only misappropriate the funds.
So what does this have to do with the people?
Doesn't it bother you that the people overwhelmingly voted for this kind of a person, knowing very well that he has never accomplished anything in his life apart from swindling the people?
Oh. Did they know?
Yes, they did. There's hardly anyone that he has not conned in the whole town. You will always find him leaning on the street poles, gazing vacantly into the empty spaces like an evil spirit, waiting for fake title deeds to be printed. And you know what? He prints 10 title deeds for the same plot and sells the same plot to 10 different people. And yet the people go ahead and vote him in. Why do the people glorify evil and mediocrity, then turn and whine when they get hurt? And you know what?
Tell me, Your Worship.
If you get closer to him, you will see that he resembles the sloth. Have you ever seen the sloth? That God-forsaken creature that gives you nausea when you see it. That is exactly him. Yes, slow, ugly, dim-witted, outright useless.
I have another idea. Where's this information stored? I mean, the information being shared on Samaritan.
You seem to understand these things.
Yes. The information is stored in what are called servers and is available on the internet.
Yes, that's the point. We just get the information out of there. Where's the internet? How do you get there?
This kind of thinking cannot help us.
You must be a disgrace.
You all are. Take this so-called Honorable Ted King. I prefer to call him the Bat. He is the municipal secretary for the Department of Health and Environment. He recently ate a whole hospital. No wonder he looks so sickly.
Ate a whole hospital. How?
You see, the municipal council invited bids for the construction of health centers. As the line secretary, he ensured that companies associated with his friends and relatives won the tenders. So they conspired together to steal all the money that we had budgeted for the health centers, only to put up site offices that look like cow sheds, and that was it.
Did you know that you can now watch all Setbook video films anywhere and at your convenience? Download Soma Sasa app from the Play Store of your mobile phone and choose the Setbook video that you desire to watch. Click play and start to enjoy watching our KICD approved Setbook video films and other e-learning videos. It's that simple. Download Soma Sasa app from the Play Store, choose a video and enjoy watching. Soma Sasa app. Masomo Mkononi. Soma Sasa app, your mobile phone revision partner. Call us on 0722 751375 or visit our website www.climaxpublisher.org. Soma Sasa app, modernizing education.
It is popularly held that he is your very close political ally.
I wish you listened first. You know what? He, the bat, as I said, I prefer calling him, is a scandal. Certainly the worst scandal of them all in the municipality. He was a DJ that spent the better part of his life in dingy nightclubs, caged in small pigsties like the swine he is. Do you know the type of evil men who operate in darkness? Well, he has always been one of them. And that is why I call him the Bat, a sinister creature that can't see and sleeps upside down. As a DJ, he was for a long time responsible for noise pollution in nightclubs, in which we have never ceased to complain. He earned his livelihood through pirating other people's music and making noise for everybody. And do you know what happened after he was a pirate and was a nuisance to the public?
I'm very eager to know.
Yes, the people voted for him overwhelmingly into the municipal council. And the youth and all were excited about his evil hairstyle, the ripped jeans that he wears, the bangles and the necklaces, and all those other satanic adornments that he wears. And those were sufficient qualifications for them to get him into the council chambers. And remember, this guy is illiterate. He must have quit schooling when after kindergarten. He makes no sense at the flow of the chamber. And the guy stinks. He made the whole chamber smell like a nightclub and a brewery. I think he sleeps in a drum full of illicit liquor. I regret giving him campaign money. He is so sickly now. I hope he dies soon.
You cannot wish death to another person you worship. Why can't you call them to order and rebuke them when they do wrong?
Talk to who? That bat? The bat? That God-forsaken windbag? That scatterbrain? I cannot talk to such an evil man. I cannot even touch him. Not even with a 10-foot pole. He might infect me with a strange disease. And then that Seymour, another pitiful human being. He is the man behind all the protracted delays in the issuance of building approvals in our municipality. He is a self-seeking secretary to the Department of Development and Planning. You will never get a building approval until you part with some dollars. The inspectorate unit under him is completely rotten. They don't care whether the people adhere to the proper building standards or not. You can build anything as long as you part with dollars. I shudder What will happen to those people living in all those buildings if a big earthquake strikes?
Why can't you have him prosecuted? We all know we are in the most seismically active area in the Caribbean. Aren't we sitting on a time bomb?
How can you even dare to mention that? Huh? Haven't you heard how dangerous he is? I am very sure that you have heard his name being mentioned in connection to the mysterious disappearance of people in the town. He is the man behind the Black Swan gang. This gang that is responsible for the most shootings and violence that you read in the newspapers all the time. And you know what? He is dealing with drugs, I think, all his life. In fact, he is responsible for our municipality's reputation as a key location for narcotics trafficking. He has ruined so many lives. Huh? In fact, if you know of any child that has dropped out of school because of drugs, or has become garbage because of drugs, or has died because of drugs, or is roaming aimlessly in the streets because of drugs, or has lost his mind because of drugs, or has become whatever else you may think of because of drugs, that is the work of Samo. And do you know what?
Yes.
The people voted for him overwhelmingly. Probably because he gave them a lot of drug money, of course. And as you know, he intimidates people with his law degree. But in truth, he has never studied law. Neither does he know any single word in law. He went downtown and got a degree certificate printed. In reality, he knows as much law as a he-goat. That is why he has a goatee like the he-goat that he is. So now, do you see what I'm saying? The chambers of the people's representatives that ought to be populated by men and women of honor is now a congregation of robbers, pirates, nymphomaniacs, murderers, and drug dealers.
I keep wondering, sir. Why wouldn't you, as a mayor, have these people charged in court if you have always had this information on them? Haven't you abdicated your duty by not having them prosecuted in court?
Prosecuted? Where? Take them to our courts, before our judges. Don't you know that the judges themselves are worse than the temple robbers? Do you know that they are part of this syndicate? Why can't you understand my situation? Huh? I can't change anything as mayor. And do you know what is happening now, for example?
I have no idea.
The councillors and aldermen are being mobilized against me. A section of the municipal leaders are demanding that I approve a budgetary allocation so as to give members of the council enough money for them to fight cases that might come up following the exposures in the Samaritan. That money will end up in the pockets of judges and lawyers. Then, if I don't do that, they are going to pass a vote of no confidence in me. Thereafter, they are going to reallocate the budget to cater for their own interests.
Does that mean that the whole of what we call our municipal executive council is a criminal enterprise?
Well, one could easily conclude so, with some exceptions. There are good and wonderful leaders in the municipal chambers and municipal administration. For example, take me. I have done the best I can for the public
You
interest.
mean all the accusations leveled against you in the Samaritan are false?
Well, to be honest, we all make mistakes, as I said, but others are just natural and excusable. For example, a whole loaf of bread for the people comes through me. I am part of the people, so I take a slice, or even two, or in fact, even three, then I give the rest to the people. But not so with these criminals, because they will eat the whole loaf of bread together with the wrapping and, where possible, even the vendor. You see, my family doesn't do business with the municipal council. My wife is a pastor. She does no business with the municipal council, and all my children are abroad. But what with all these other criminals? Take my deputy, for example, Honorable Ramdai. His family is doing almost all the municipal council projects that are under his department. His wife, daughters, sons, cousins, in-laws, and outlaws too. I think even his grandfather. One would think that the Department of Infrastructure is the permanent residence for the Ramdai's family.
So to whom are all these people answerable?
And the principal judge, Justice Ian Jaden. Who can put him in the line? Granted, his wife ran away, but he has countless of mistresses and other relatives who are doing business with the municipal council. Justice Jaden hawks justice like cabbages. I believe you have seen him, smartly dressed, wearing a solemn look, walking in confidence, and looking fair and just. But that's just the exterior that we see. Just as we see the flowers on the surface of a fresh grave, dare to dig deeper, and you will see Justice Jaden's true colors.
Together? What do you mean we're in this together? In supplying air to the municipal council?
We all have some skeletons in our closets, your lordship. I mean, here and there, we must work together.
What do you mean by skeletons?
Are you saying you have no skeletons at all?
The issue is not if I have skeletons or not. And in fact, as you can see, I'm not a reptile. But quite so often in life, what matters most is not what you do, but how you do it. You can fly into forbidden territory and still get away with it, provided you do it below the radar.
What is that supposed to mean?
I went to school.
But you're also a target.
Gentlemen, I do not wish to be part of the criminal proposals you're making here. I will pronounce myself on this issue if and when I'm directly confronted or cases are brought to my attention in court.
Gentlemen, the simple fact is that we are all in danger of prosecution. And that's what happens with the whole legal profession. You know, the outer look is the ornaments on the grave. Is it any wonder that the Son of Man cast them?
Oh, my good Lord.
And then there is Haman. Okay, well, his children are not doing business with the municipal council simply because they are on drugs. You see, the eldest has taken permanent residence at the rehab. The other one has been inebriated permanently at the casino. And the wife, is a total garbage and perpetually drunk. Then Seymour himself, he does nothing else but sell those evil things that he deals with. Then pulls his goatee, his evil goatee, and hides behind those satanic glasses that he wears and threatens everyone and everything, including his own ghost. That man can drive the devil out of hell.
Don't you think, Your Worship, that posting this information on the Samaritan would help shift most of the blame from yourself?
Can't help. These people are naturally evil and they cannot be changed. And think of changing the people's nature, huh? They are basically beyond redemption.
I don't understand you.
The problem is the people.
Which people?
The people who voted in these evil men into public offices. I guess the Samaritan should focus on these people if it intends to solve any problem.
It does focus on the people, sir, doesn't it?
Then why are they whining? Huh? If you elect a howling monkey to be the librarian, why should you complain when it starts howling when you most want to read in silence? Did you think that a computer program or whatever it is can stop a monkey from eating bananas?
I don't think the people are whining now. They are demanding things to be done right and justice be served. They never voted anyone to go in and steal.
So, you do understand my situation, don't you?
I understand your situation perfectly.
So, how can you help me survive the onslaught in the Samaritan?
Your Worship, it is very clear that the members of the Municipal Executive Council have failed you.
Yes, they have failed me big time.
And don't you think that the Samaritan is a blessing for you? I mean, as a platform through which the people can demand the removal of the corrupt leaders from office and prosecution.
I'm meant to believe that this thing is a political weapon? Are you by any chance being used to destroy my career?
I do not play politics, sir.
Then what is that you said? It is now clear to me that you are playing politics. I now see clearly that the real culprits behind all the problems in our society is the teaching profession.
The teaching profession. How?
Because you can't teach the right things. All those people creating a mess in our society are products of the school system. They pass through the teachers' hands.
We are trying our best to mold the characters of our learners here at Sagrada Secondary School. We teach them to uphold the moral and civic virtues without which our society can never prosper. Be fair, just, and peaceful. It is a lack of virtue that is ruining our society.